this quote real quick. Do me a favor, start tapping the screen and invite a friend or 10. And then we're going to unpack this quote right here. It can't happen unless I happen. Oh, this is a good one. I'm actually thinking about it right now. I like being on the spot like this, just kind of freestyling top of my head. Hey, what's up, family? What's happening? What's happening? So come on in, invite a friend of 10. Yeah, start tapping the screen. And then we're going to talk about this quote right here. It can't happen unless I happen. I literally just made this up right here after I hit the button. So we're going to unpack this one real quick. It can't happen unless I happen. It can't happen unless I happen. Ooh, that's a good one. Y'all ain't ready. I don't think y'all ready. It can't happen unless I happen. Y'all feeling it yet? I don't know if y'all feeling it yet. So let's unpack it, right? Thanks for the likes and the shares. Yeah, invite a friend of 10. So listen, it can't happen unless I happen. So let's freestyle something real quick. So what is it? Your dreams, your goals, your desires, that plan you've been working on, those things on your vision board, they can't happen. They're never going to come to pass. They can't happen unless or until you happen, right? Think about it. Your healing can't happen unless that dream job it's not going to happen until you happen, right? The healing you want in your relationship, you want to change some things, that body that you want, that new house you want, the car you want, the job you want, the business that you want, whatever it might be, the peace of mind that you want. None of it can happen unless you happen. What the hell do you mean, unless you happen? So we're on the same page, right? Tap the screen, let me know we're on the same page. Give me a thumbs up, give me I'm with you, go ahead, whatever. It can't happen unless I happen. See, I had a goal to move my family to somewhere that had palm trees, right? That was the goal. But the goal couldn't happen unless I happened. What are you talking about, Reece? I had to activate some things on the inside of me. I had to take some actions. I had to change the way that I think, speak, and act. I had to show up in a totally different manner. So in order for the goal to be accomplished, I had to be activated. I had to activate me. See, a lot of us are going through the checks and balances. We're circling around the mountain and we're doing this, and I did what they said do, and I'm doing this. No, but you haven't fully invested in you. You haven't given yourself permission to show up. You haven't given yourself permission to happen, right? So again, it can't happen. Hey, Bettina, what's up, sis? Unless I happen. All right, let me find the quote again because I need to pin it. TikTok, can y'all help us out? We want to pin stuff and just leave it up there. I don't want to pin it all over again. It can't happen unless I happen. It can't happen unless I happen. The move you want to make, the thing you want to do, the place that you want to go, the thing that you want to build, the goals that you want to accomplish, the dream that you want to live. Guess what, family? It can't happen unless you happen. So somebody said, well, Reece, how do I happen? I'm so glad you asked. You have to first and foremost, you have the dream already. I'm presupposing that you have a dream. I'm presupposing that you have some goals. I'm presupposing that there are some things that you want to accomplish. There are some things that you want in your life. And if you don't, just stick around. We're going to get you there in a minute. Once you start identifying those things, right? Yes, there's a checklist. There's some things that you need to do to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But before you can do that, you have to give yourself permission to go. You have to believe that you're worthy. You have to believe that you're deserving. You have to believe that you're capable. So again, the thing can't happen unless you happen. It's all about you. It's not about the path. It's not about the way forward. There's 1,001 ways to accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish. There's no one prescribed way to do that thing. Even if there's a prescribed way, there's a different way for you. Somebody say, well, I just want to be an eye doctor. I have to do undergrad, and then I have to do medical school, and then I have to do, and then I have to do, and I have to do. That's a totally different path for everyone on a mission to become an eye doctor. So you have to activate you. The reason why you haven't you haven't taken that next step yet is because there's something holding you back. There's some button that you've yet to push. There's something that you haven't given yourself permission to step into. And the goal can't happen until and unless you happen. So let's take the goal off the table for a moment and let's think about you. The goal can't happen until you start thinking differently. The goal can't be accomplished until you start speaking differently. The healing can't come, it can't happen until you start moving differently. You have to change your relationship with you in order to invite those things that you desire into your life. It can't happen unless you happen, until you happen. So you're waiting around for some magical thing to happen. You're waiting around for the dots to connect. You're waiting around for a certain person to get elected. You're waiting around for what's the name to do this so then you can do this. And no, it's not about what's the name. It's not about anything outside of you. It's about you. It's about you giving yourself permission to be activated. It's about you giving yourself permission to show up on your own behalf. Some of you are sitting around waiting on everyone else to show up and represent you. You need to say, no, Your Honor, I'm representing myself. I don't even need counsel right now. I'm representing myself in this matter. Imagine that. Imagine if you show up for you the way you oh, Lord, I don't know who this is for. Imagine if you start showing up for you in the manner that you expect people in your life to show up for you. You're saying, he's my husband. He should be. She's my wife. She should. She's my girlfriend. She should. He's my boyfriend. He should. She's my mom. She should. He's my father. He should. They're my children. They should. Really, should they? Or should you be showing up on your own behalf every day? One of the things that I don't think we understand, we hear it and we say it, but the way that I treat me teaches you all how to treat me. The way that I conduct myself, the way that I handle me, what I think about me, what I say about me, the moves that I make, the actions that I take, the way that I walk, the way that I talk, all of those things encompass how I see me and how I treat me and how I experience me. And the world just mirrors that back to me. So if you're saying, man, these people don't have any respect and they don't this, it's because there's something about you. They see that you are not respecting yourself. They're not responding to me when I say this and when I say that. Well, maybe your word is no good to them because maybe you make promises to yourself that you don't keep. Ooh, maybe you keep your promises to them, parents. I love y'all, but let's talk about it. I went through these seasons. I could keep my promises to my sons, but when it came to me, I broke every promise. So guess what? They didn't differentiate. Yeah, they knew that they could trust me to show up for them, but they couldn't trust me to show up for me, which in turn meant I wasn't showing up for them and to the best of my ability. Ooh, that one needs to simmer for a minute. Where's the quote? There's the quote. I can't see y'all comments. If there's some comments on there, I'll get them in a minute when I have a minute. But think about it. It can't happen unless I happen. The dream can't come to pass unless I give me permission to happen, to flourish, to blossom. Well, how do I do that? My thoughts, words, and actions. I have to show up. I have to plant and water every day. If I really want, if I want the thing to blossom, then I have to do the things necessary. And in order for me to do the things necessary, I have to give myself permission to do the things necessary. I have to believe that I'm able and capable to do the things necessary. So I can't accomplish the thing until I give myself permission to accomplish it. See, some of you are waiting on this to happen and that to happen and waiting on this and as soon as. No, you don't need any of that. All of that will happen as soon as you happen. I promise you, all of that will happen as soon as you happen. Bettina, are you still on here? Are you still on here? Hey, what's up, family? I appreciate you, bro. Listen, you have no idea the impact that you've had on my life. Just your presence. Uh-oh, y'all ain't see that. I done got hyped. But anyway, okay, good. Bettina, listen, do you remember Maybe last summer when I was talking about I'm moving somewhere where they have palm trees. That was a desire of mine. And I put it into the atmosphere. But I didn't just say it and just walk away. I didn't just say it and then go sit on the couch and start binge watching stuff. I started to believe and I started to say, what would life be like? I started to give myself permission to dream. And I said, you know what, wait a minute. Man, it's expensive, it's this, it's that. But I said, you know what, wait, people live there, so I can live there. Wait. If God made it so that they can, why would... I was taught, I learned, I read that God is no respecter of persons. So if he did it for Johnny, he'll do it for me. And I'm God's favorite son. So I know he'll do it for me. So I had to give myself permission to go. I didn't need anyone's permission except for my own. Some of you are waiting for someone's permission, but you need to give yourself permission to move. You need to give yourself permission to heal. You need to give yourself permission to grow. You need to give yourself permission. You waiting on this. No. The dots are going to connect as soon as you connect them. Someone said, it'll work itself out. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in work itself out. I believe I have to work it out. Because I believe, why? Because God invested it. He gave it all to me. He gave me the keys. But I have to get up and move. I have to take the necessary actions to make the thing happen, to make the thing real in my life. So the thing can't happen unless I happen. The healing can't take place. The restoration can't take place until I show up. And I have to show up in here first. And I have to show up in here first. And then I can physically show up. The physical part is easy when I show up in here first. I have to start thinking differently. And then a part of my thinking differently is how I communicate, and how I communicate to whom? To myself. I have to have a healthy communication style with me. I have to deal with me on a high level, on a deep level, before I can show up and articulate anything to you. I have to have a healthy relationship with me. I have to show up for me before I can show up and engage with my wife. I have to show up for me and empower myself and give myself permission to be a great dad. There's a million books on how to be a great dad. The Bible teaches us how to be a good father. So the information is out there. What we lack is the permission. We're not giving ourselves permission to activate those things. I can Google how to be a good father, and I'm going to get a zillion results. But if I don't lean into that, and if I don't believe that I'm capable of being a great father, then I can't be. You can't be? Don't say can't. Why not? Because you're one of them positive people. Can't. I went to speak to some young people recently. And this is how I started to talk, y'all. They ain't know what to do. The first thing I said was, failure is an option. Everybody said, because you're the speaker. You're supposed to come in and encourage and motivate us. I said, I got you. Don't worry. But you need to understand that failure is an option. If you keep cutting corners, if you keep playing small, failure is an option. So let's establish that first and foremost. I didn't come here to lie to y'all. Failure is an option. Walking with God, doing the right stuff, failure is still an option. With great parents, making some good money on your job, failure is still an option. See, some of us, we think the world owes us a thing. The world don't owe us anything. All the hell I went through, the world still doesn't owe me anything. All the hard work that I put in, the world still doesn't owe me anything. I owe me. And so I have to show up every day and conduct myself as such. Failure is an option. If I don't show up for me every day, failure is an option. If you don't show up for you every day, failure is an option. We need to get that through our head. I don't care what the motivational speakers say. I don't care what they say. Failure is an option. Look around you. Look at those areas in your life where there's lack, and then tell me failure is not an option. Now, I'm as positive as they come, but we have to be failure is an option. If you keep playing with your potential, if you keep cutting corners, if you keep on waiting until Monday, if you keep on waiting until someone gives you permission, Failure is an option. Some of us are sitting in that failure now. Now, the beauty of it is we can change it as soon as we give ourselves permission to get up and get out of it. See, that's the part that I don't think failure is a freaking option. But you have to give yourself permission to get up and step into it. Just think about it. The man was laying by the pool, and every time the water was troubled, he was just laying there. People were getting their healing. And he said, I need someone to put me in. And the Lord said, what? Will you? He asked. Think about how he phrased the question. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Think about how he phrased the question. He said, will you be made whole? Will you? Now he's laying there, but at the place where healing is, but he was right there on the edge. And he kept saying, I need someone to put me in. I know the waters is troubled and people coming by getting healed, and I'm smiling and I'm wow, my day is coming. When? He didn't think about it. Think about how he got his healing. He didn't say, yo, fellas, come on, let's pick him up and let's get him in so he can get his healing. No, he asked him a question. Will you be made whole? And in his heart, he acknowledged, absolutely, yes. He said, okay, get up, grab your little mat and go. You were healed. Why? Because you believed that it was possible. So the healing can't happen until the thing will not happen until you give yourself permission to go, until you give yourself permission to become. Failure is an option, people. Listen, I know. I don't mind. I'll be the one to tell you. Failure is a freaking option. I said that to them young people. They was like, whoa. They were taken aback. The lady that brought me in, who signed the check, she was like, this ain't the person I've been talking to. And of course, I made jokes about it and I brought it around, but failure's an option, baby. Y'all keep going the way y'all going, you're going to fail. You keep hanging out on them corners, you're going to get caught up. What do you think going to happen? You keep hanging out in that corner. You're going to get locked up or you're going to not be here anymore. What do you think is going to happen? Failure's an option. Yes, your mama's praying and your daddy's praying and they working hard and they believe in God that it's going to turn around. But if you keep hanging out on that corner, you're going to get, and we all have our version of that corner. You keep thinking those goofy thoughts. You keep speaking that goofy stuff over your life. You keep taking those goofy actions that aren't in your own best interest. You keep doing things and saying things and you keep showing up as a lesser version of you. Failure is an option. Look at your life. You can see it. I see it. I see in the areas where I'm not winning at the level that I know I need to be winning. It's my fault. It's not the internet's fault. It's not TikTok's fault. It's not my wife's fault. It's not my children's fault. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I need to show up and play bigger. I need to show up. I need to do more. I need to give myself permission to become more. This isn't about, no. It can't happen unless you happen. So it's about you. It's time for you to step up and show up for yourself. It's time for you to put a demand on yourself that you're not going to settle for anything less than your absolute best. Or you get to fail. Or you get to do that. Miles Monroe, rest in peace. What did he say way back in the day? 30 years ago, probably longer than that. He said the wealthiest place in the world is the cemetery. If you don't give yourself permission to start playing big and start showing up for yourself, you're going to add to the wealth in the cemetery. I don't want to add to that wealth. I want to die empty, as they say. I want to live every day. I want to live fully, and I want to be available. I want to be available. What do you mean available? When God has need of someone to stand in the gap, I want him to be like, Reece, get that assignment to Reece. He can handle it. because I'm trustworthy, because I show up every day and I give my absolute best. Imagine what your life would look like if you would do the same. Imagine what your life would look like if you would give yourself permission to show up, to give yourself permission to allow your light to shine. Imagine what that would do for your life. Imagine what that would do for your relationships. Imagine how much that would inspire and encourage your children, your significant other. Think about it. Think about the ripple effect of you showing up, of you giving yourself permission to show up for yourself. So I'm going to say it one last time. The dream can't happen for yourself. So I'm going to say it one last time. The dream can't happen unless I had a few minutes. That's my 2 o'clock alarm. I got a call to make. Now I'm about to make this call with all this energy. Listen, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to step up. I need y'all to step up. Not for me, but for you and for me too. Because when you step up, guess what? I'm positively impacted. When you show up for you, the ripple effect of that. So I need you to show up for yourself. The dream is possible. Winning is possible, but failure is an option. And the dream cannot happen unless you give yourself permission to happen. Appreciate you, family. Yes, exactly. Accountability. Da, 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 da. Hey, CC, you're welcome. Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, failure is an option. Look at my brother said, and I've chosen it many times. What? You and me both. I was running over to the failure section to sign up. I said, just keep me on the list, on the failure list, but not anymore. I'm fighting against it every day. Thank you, Bettina. Listen, you can have it, but you gotta go get it. I know we live in a just DoorDash, just order it and it'll come days. No, get up and go. Get up and go. Go get it. Come on, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any comments. All right, if I did, my apologies. Listen. All right, I need to dash, good peoples. This was fun.